G'day everyone, it's me, the Anti-Theocrat, back with another one. Before I go into the main content, it's a quick sales pitch. It's the only one you're getting, so enjoy it. Below these videos, I do attach all links to the information if there are links to be had. I also archive all of the information if that's possible. I also supply links to other platforms for my content and how to support me if you wish to do so. That'd be nice, but no requirement. That's it. That's my intro. That's my sales pitch. It's all I've got. It's all you're ever going to get. And now, on with the show. Okay, I've been away for a bit. A couple of weeks of school holiday. Not actually away. I did go bush for a few days, but just been lounging about the house, getting other stuff done. Got my new lights in my bus with the dimmer settings, and I started getting the CAD drawings together. I had CAD drawings of the bus and its designs early on, but those seem to have been corrupted, so starting again. And that's been my little bit of a break, having fun fighting with CAD programs and wiring up electrics in buses. Going bush, having kids around, having family around, all the rest of the rubbish you get with holidays. Anyway, I've got some stuff sitting on my desk since before I took my hiatus, and let's go there, shall we? This is the social media acceptable part of this video for anyone who's interested. There are two rants I'm going to have here, but we're going to start off with: woman makes relationship with cousin public to normalise incest. Yay! Because what we fucking need is more deformed kids in the world. What we need is the product of incest all over the fucking joint. No, we do not need to normalise incest. And, you know, this isn't even a subject that I'm not open to discussing or even understanding in some contexts. I'm a big fan of Robert A. Heinlein, who in many of his books wrote incestuous relationships. The entire series of Lazarus Long, that's the one, was about him getting it on with his mother. But first he had to travel through time and arrive at a place where he'd married his sisters and his brother and everyone fucking else in his family, but it didn't matter because in the future they can genetically modify your children to be exactly what you choose them to be, removing all the dangers which make incest the thing that it is today. Incest isn't just a crime because you're related to these people. Incest is an issue because it creates deformities. Lower IQ just being one of them, and I suspect with these people that's a real fucking danger for their kids because I suspect they're already down the bottom rung. Anyway, a woman has revealed her relationship with her first cousin on Twitter in an effort to normalise incest. The woman, who has the username Lemash, or whatever the fuck, recently posted the confession alongside intimate pictures of the pair laying in bed and kissing. Their age and location are unknown. She said she made the information public because she wants to change the stigma around incest. No, we can't. Can we change the stigma of incest? She captioned an image. No, we fucking can't. We do not have the ability to make this an acceptable practice. We do not have that ability to vet out genetic defects and problems in children produced in incestuous relationships. So no, we can't. Now, I'm in an odd relationship, but I'm in an odd relationship with people who aren't related to me. Now, I can't have my relationship justified at this point in time, and personally I'm not looking for it to be. I don't want the government in my bedroom. I don't want other people in my bedroom. What I do in my home is my problem. I'm not looking to normalise polyamory. And I'm in a genuine polyamorous relationship, not fucking dating or swinging or whatever the fuck. Or what were they, bloody... all the virgins on the social medias claiming to be polyamorous, never fucking had a relationship or sex in their lives. These people shit me. I'm in a fidelity relationship. I am raising the 2 sons of my 2 partners. But I don't want to fucking normalise it, okay? And I certainly don't want incest normalised. I shouldn't be limited to who I love because we're related. Yeah, you fucking should. Yes. Yes. He's your cousin. It's okay to give him a hug and say g'day. It's not okay to take his dick. I'm just happy and in love. Just so happens to be my cousin. What's the deal? You'll need to get over who I fuck, cousin or not, she wrote on Twitter, displaying her education. Followers were quick to lash out at the couple. Good. I just want to know if your parents are okay with that, one person said. Look, parents today, who the fuck knows? They're transitioning pre-teens. Who the fuck knows what parents are okay with these days? There's a special place in hell for that, another added. I don't give a fuck about hell, okay? And I don't know, maybe they do. But as a lifelong atheist, that's really an unimportant thing. It is more important that this is a relationship which fails children. Right? You can put your dick in anyone. You really can. And anyone can take a dick. Right? Male, female, doesn't matter. Anyone can put a dick in anyone if they've got a dick. And anyone can take one, regardless. But when you start to form relationships where children may be involved, there becomes an issue that's no longer yours. It belongs to the children. The woman refused to back down and hit back at the negative comments. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what anyone says. You're not going to shame me. I'm in love. No need to be ashamed of it, she wrote. I fucking want you to be ashamed of it. I really do. She went on to explain that she had romantic feelings for her cousin since they were both young. Look, he put his hands down your pants when you were young, okay? That's just experimentation. That's not fucking love. You don't have to bone him now. I remember growing up, we had to hide our love from our family. Sleepovers were too lit. Now we grown, and we don't gotta hide. Fucking educated people. Blood can't make us any closer, but I'm glad I fell in love with my cousin. Idiot. Fucking idiot. Absolute fucking idiot. Anyway, that was the socially acceptable part, because this was an announcement she made on Twitter. And while Twitter is happy to block and ban a whole range of things, this is an acceptable subject on Twitter. Hooray for social media. Okay. This is the topic that gets me blocked, because we were talking about a pandemic when this started, and this is not a pandemic. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck what people want to call it. In no way, shape or form is this a pandemic. When the flu hits Australia every year, it comes through the cities, and every year it makes it to where I live. I live in a town with a population of 3,000. In a local government area the size of the country of Denmark with a population of 5,000. We are a pretty sparse lot out here. And yet when the flu comes, it reaches here. We all fucking know someone who has it if we don't have it ourselves. We all know everyone around town is talking about the flu. When we say, oh, I've got a bit of a cough, they say, oh, the flu's going around, just be careful. Everyone knows about the flu when it comes to town. And it without fail, comes to town. COVID has never been here, has never reached here. This is a disease that strikes out at a handful of people at any time. Oh, where the bloody hell are the information on this page? Oh, I'm going to have to reload it. While I rant, I'll reload. Let's go there and that'll do it. No. Fucking hell. You know, I had all this set up. Pages reload and you lose everything. But, you know, we're seeing a spread where, you know, we get a couple of hundred people locked in a hotel. It gets pretty bad in the hotel. A few people go out of the hotel and they spread it, and a few dozen people get it, and it stays in Sydney or Melbourne or wherever, and, you know, it's not getting around too much. It made it to our local city, but, you know, two people in China, in my wife's little village in China. Now, my wife lives in her family live in a little rice farming community in central China. The valley they live in has a population of 1 million people. The local city has a population of something like 54 million. It reaches out to cities the size of Shenzhen that have the same population as Australia, 47 odd million people in one city. It's a city that spreads... Oh God, I don't even know how to tell you how far spread or how big the city of Shenzhen has become. But these places all reach out to one another through rail links and all sorts of things. Two people in a village neighbouring my wife's, in this valley of 1 million people, were diagnosed with COVID, and not a single case after that. I mean, they shut down pretty quick. But if this was a pandemic and two people had been infected in a local village, you'd be lucky if that village was left on the planet populated. That's what when we say pandemic, surely that's what we're talking about. Maybe we would have been better to go for herd immunity with this thing. Now, yes, people die of it. It's not nice. It has side effects with some people. It can leave you with permanent lung damage and other things. It's not fucking nice. But then again, herd immunity might have prevented future generations having the same effect, having the same negative effects. But this is certainly not a pandemic by any measure of its contagion rate. In Australia, we've had a total of 27,287 cases. 24,869 of those have recovered. We've had less than 1,000 deaths at 898. There's been 23 new cases in the country. That's across the country, and most of those will be in Melbourne probably, or Sydney. But given Melbourne has this 27,000 cases, 20,000 of those were in Melbourne. Now, I live in this town that I live in is not just any town. It's on a B highway route. So it's not the main route to anywhere. But it is the B route for going east and west and north and south. Now, the trucks use this route because it doesn't have any inspection points along the way, right? We have these camera things on the road to make sure the drivers are filling in their logbooks right and taking their rest breaks and what have you. Well, when you go down the coasts, they're everywhere. They don't exist out here. So the drivers tend to use this as a way to take a few cheats. And the tourist traffic comes this way en masse. And during the lockdown, we had local traffic coming out of Sydney and everywhere else. And the minute the borders were announced open, We had masses of people. Everything's been booked out for weeks. We're only just starting to slow down because, again, there's a threat of borders closing. So we had a big rush of people come through, and now it's slowing. But where's our fucking contagion? Where's this pandemic? I actually have a family member who works in tourism, working face to face with these people. She doesn't wear a mask. They do have hand sanitizer. They do all the usual basic cleaning and stuff that they're meant to do. They're not doing deep cleaning of the cabins when people come through. Where is this fucking pandemic? I'm sick to death of this shit. It's not just that, this wasn't all it was hyped up to be. I was quite prepared to do my bit to stop a pandemic. But I have a son. I can't. Well, he's moved out. He moved out. He's ended up in Melbourne. He's locked down. I can't cross the Victorian state border to go and see him. He can't come and get his stuff from our house. We're just all in limbo, waiting. In this town that has never had contagion, we've still got businesses closed, probably indefinitely. We've probably lost a couple. And other small communities are the same way. And we've been shut down with no fucking contagion at all. During the peak lockdowns, we didn't even fucking have traffic out here of any significant amount. I'm getting sick to death of people fucking with us. Is this a dangerous thing or is it fucking not? They estimate 239 active cases in a nation of 45 odd million people. 32 people in hospital. You know, people are missing out on treatments in hospitals because of this stuff. They actually put off all unnecessary surgery and such, and people have avoided going to hospitals when they are ill because they don't want to, well, they might get turned away anyway, but they don't want to bog up the system or be in a place that's got COVID in it. They were all told the hospitals were full, loaded to the brim with COVID cases. When the entire fucking length of this thing, we've had 898 people die. And we did not have 27,286 people pass through hospitals. Because only the people who got truly sick went to hospital. That's a fucking lot of empty hospital beds if people are not going to them. Anyway, apparently we have 45 Australians overseas have acquired the disease. Overseas. That's nice, isn't it, for them? 100 locally acquired. They've run 27,447 tests in the last 24 hours, and we have 23 new cases. Is it all worth it? That's it. This is the bit of the video I get banned for. Hopefully with the censors looking at this video, they will look at the first bit, the acceptable bit, and go, that's a bloody good video, we'll let that one go. And because this is my first one coming back, I don't give a fuck that it's a ranty video or whatever. I'm just getting some scraps off my desk, and I will see you in the next one, I guess. And that's it. I've had enough. I'm going. I do not want to do this anymore. I've had enough of this. I'm out of here. I've been the anti-theocrat. May your gods remain fictional, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, have fun.